Today we're going to continue talking about parts of a, what kind of letter have we been working on? A friendly letter. Now, we've been writing and writing all year, and we write in all different sorts of ways. And one of the ways that we've been practicing is incorporating our writing skills into a friendly letter. Now, we've talked about how it's very important for us to advocate for ourselves. Who would like to explain what advocate means? Kayla?
Speaking up for yourself.
That's exactly right. Speaking up for yourself, letting people know all the things that you can do. Very good. All right, so we're going to talk about the parts to the friendly letter before we start writing it again. So, how many parts does a friendly letter have? How many, Ethan?
5.
Yes, a friendly letter has 5 parts. You ready, Ethan? Good job. All right, what is the very first part to a friendly letter? Tristan?
The heading.
The heading, very good. We have the heading. What is the heading, or what does the heading entail? Brandon?
The date.
Very good. We write the date.
Okay.
What else can the heading include?
Or address.
It can include our address. Now, do we have to include our address?
No, ma'am.
We don't. And for our purposes, we didn't. Okay, but you could. You could put your address. All right, so we have the heading, which is the date. Next, part 2, we have the
Greeting.
We have the greeting. Emily, what does the greeting say? It says, hello. Who can tell me another word we can use for greeting? Before you answer, let everybody think. Another word we can use for greeting. Lauren?
Dear.
Yes, but what's another word for greeting? It says hello, and greeting, we can say it is our who can help her out? Brandon?
Salutation.
Salutation.
Yeah.
That's another word for greeting. All right. And we have a couple important things about the greeting. Who can explain something about the greeting? Tristan?
The greeting is where you put the name, the comma, and what you want to greet the person with.
Okay, and how do we usually greet the person with what word?
Dear.
Yes, Lauren said that earlier. Dear so-and-so. And what is the punctuation, Noah? What punctuation do we use after the greeting? He's doing it. What is he saying?
Comma.
Comma. Comma. Very good. All right, so we have the heading, greeting, and it's also very important to do what with the greeting? What kind of
Capitalize.
capitalize both words in your greeting and add your comma. All right, so we have heading, greeting. Emily, what's the next part? The body. Now, there's a lot of things we need to consider with the body. Who can tell me one thing that we need to consider with the body? What do we have to do?
Jump. Like, you jump the same with card.
And then.
Very good. So Tristan said we have to jump or move over. And Kayla said that word is indent. So we have to move it over and indent. Now, We said our body has to be at least what? How many sentences?
5.
Okay, we're going to make it at least 5 sentences. And when we say at least, that means we can have more, but we want at least 5, okay, to make it a good full body. All right, so we talked about indenting and having at least 5 sentences. So let's talk about sentences. A sentence has how many parts, Noah? 2 parts. Very good. Who remembers the name of the parts? Brandon?
The subject and the verb.
Yes. He said we have a subject and a verb, but what's the other? This part includes the verb. You remember?
I'm in the
Predicate. Very good. So we have subject and predicate. Your sentences have to be complete. 2 parts. All right, so we have the heading, the greeting, the body. Then we have what, Lauren? After we write the body, what do? We have to have the... Emily, can you help her out? Closing. The closing. Very good. All right, so listen. There's lots of ways to close your friendly letter. Lots of ways. So let's see. Ethan, do you or can you provide an example of how we could close a friendly letter?
With my name.
Not yet. I want you to think about it. I'm going to come back to you. Brandon.
love.
Okay, we can say love. Tell me a little bit more. When you write love, it has to be what?
Capitalized.
Okay, it has to be capitalized. It's only one word, so we capitalize the L in love, and we have to follow it with what punctuation?
Comma.
A comma. So Brandon gave us the great example of love, comma. Who else wants to provide an example? Kayla?
Toodle.
One of my favorites. She said, toodles. Toodles. Okay, so tell me a little bit about toodles.
A capital T and a comma.
That's exactly right. Capital T and a comma. Anybody else want to provide an example? Tristan?
You basically say, like, goodbye.
That could be a closing. Goodbye, comma, with a capital G. Okay, very good. Emily, can you think of one? From, comma.
Another one.
You have another one? What?
See you later.
See you later. Okay, but we need to think about that. See you later. How many words is that?
3.
3. Kayla, explain.
The S is capitalized. The L is not, and a comma.
Okay, did you hear her? The S is capitalized because it's the first word in your closing. And then she said later, but you forgot you. Is you capitalized?
No.
No. So the S and C, and then the Y in you is not capitalized, and then the L in later is not capitalized. All right, what do you follow that with?
Comma.
A comma. Very good. All right, so after the closing, what do we have? The signature. And Noah, what is our signature? Our what? What is it? Help him out, Ethan. Our names. Our names. Very good. All right, so look. We have the heading, the greeting, the body, the closing, and the signature. Now, we've been practicing a way to really remember the 5 parts to a letter. Who's ready?
We all ready.
All right, let's get ready.
Let's sing it.
Let's sing it. So now we're gonna sing our song so that the 5 parts to the letter, to the friendly letter, sticks in our head.
Big head.
Are we ready?
I'm gonna say.
Get your fingers.
I'm
Ready?
gonna say we get it this time.
Here we go. 1,
2,
2, 3.
Parts of the letter.
Parts of the letter.
Parts of the letter. Parts of the letter. Parts of the letter.
This is a video, man.
There's 5
Parts to the letter. They're easy to remember. Heading, greeting, body, closing signature.
Parts of the letter. Parts of the letter.
Parts of the letter. Parts of the letter. Parts of the letter. There's 5 parts to the letter. They're easy to remember. Heading, greeting, body, closing signature.
Woo! Parts of the letter.
Parts of the letter. Parts of the letter. Parts of the letter. Parts of the letter.
Woo! You did it again! Good job! That was awesome! Now we're going to practice labeling a letter that you wrote last week to your friend, our second friendly letter, and we'll continue writing our other letter today. But we're going to use this one to practice labeling each part of the letter. So I'm going to have Mr. Ben pass out your letters from last week, and then we're going to label them. I'll give you the labels. Benjamin, go ahead and give everybody their papers from last week. And I'm going to go ahead and give you each part. You can walk into it there. You're not going to need this until. Here, Lauren, can you pass that to Kayla? All right.
Go.
Noah. Good job. Ethan, here's your paper. Good. All right, after you get your papers, I want you to get your labels and go ahead and spread them out to make sure you have all 5 parts listed. Go ahead and spread them out right in front of you. Okay guys, so now what we're going to do, you're going to take a look at the smart board, and on the smart board I have a friendly letter, and we are going to label the letter together. So if we take a look, we have the date. Tell me which part of the friendly letter includes the date. It is the heading. So I would label the date heading. The next part to the friendly letter has dear, to whom we're writing to. What part of the friendly letter is that?
The greeting.
Yes, the greeting. So I'm going to label that part greeting. Next, we have the big chunk. The big chunk. And what is that called?
The body.
The body of the letter. So I'm going to label that part body. Then we have peace out. What part of the letter is that called?
The closing.
Yes, it is the closing. Very good. And then finally, I have the last part of our friendly letter,
Signature.
which is our signature.
Signature.
So I'm going to label that signature. All right, so now it's your turn to show me that you can label each part of the friendly letter. So in front of you, you have each part to the friendly letter, the 5 parts. You also have a letter that you wrote last week that you're going to use to label each part of the friendly letter. Are we ready? Let me see what you got. Label your friendly letter.
That's heading.
Very important in the future is that we are prepared and we start thinking about what we want to do with our lives. Each one of us, what do we need to get?
A job.
A job. We have to be able to be in the workforce, to make our own money, to be independent. So we've been talking about things that should interest you. What do you want to do? And so we used a bubble map to do what?
Think about thoughts.
Get our thoughts together.
He said, think of our thoughts. Kayla said, get our thoughts together. We are writing a friendly letter today, and we're using a bubble map to get our thoughts together. Now, last week and the week before, you got to choose who you were writing to. Today, you guys are going to continue writing to whom? Who is your letter to? Dear
Miss Benora.
Dear Miss Benora, you're writing to me because I want to hear what you want to do in your life. All right, so on our bubble maps, in the center, we have our topic. What did we choose for our topic? Kristen?
Jobs.
Jobs. All right, so everyone has jobs as their topic. And then right above the topic, we have our bubble for our main idea. So the main idea of our letter is exactly what we want to do for our jobs. So Tristan, what did you say you wanted to be?
An author.
An author,
A coach.
a coach.
Working with animals.
You would like to work with animals. Lauren,
I want to be famous.
you want to be famous. Say again. Dance teacher,
I want to be a DJ.
a DJ. You want to work in a pet store. All right, so we all have different main ideas, different things we want to do. The next thing that we did was we came up with 4 details. The details contained what skills we had to work in that job area. Okay? So, Tristan, the 4 details that you have are what?
Good writer.
He said he's a good writer. Remember, he wants to be an author. He said good writer.
Smart.
He said he's smart.
Let me see.
What do you have here? You have a good.
Imagination.
He said he has a good imagination, and he said he is very
Respectful.
responsible. Responsible. All right, so those were the 4 details that he is including in his letter to let me know that he would be a great author. Each one of you has your own 4 details, and we're going to pick up on our letters. We already have our heading, our greeting, and we started writing our body. So we're working on writing complete sentences. All right, so we have here, Dear Miss Benora, one day I will have a job, and this is Brandon's. I would like to be a coach. I am energetic and enthusiastic. communicate well too. So he's added his 3 details. He's on his 4th detail. So Brandon, you need to look at your 4th detail, which you have role model, and you need to come up with your last sentence. Okay? So you need to come up with, hang on, I'm coming, put it down. All right, and you have one more detail that you are responsible. So you need to think of your last sentence. Everybody think of your last sentence. Kayla, go ahead and move your paper, and we're going to put it on your Donna box. Okay, you have, I take you pictures, and what's your last detail? Okay, so I take cute pictures and, well, you can't say and role model. Let's make it a complete sentence. I take cute pictures and
I am a role model.
that's great. What kind of role model? I am a what?
Great.
That's a great adjective. I take cute pictures and
I am a role model.
a, what kind?
A great
Role
model.
model. Very good. All right, so each of you, I want you to read your letters, see where you are, and go ahead and complete your last detail.
You should have read this one to the class.
To work in the pet store. Okay. This good is, what's your next word? Okay, that's right. What's the blend that says what? Okay, so write that, WH. And then you hear what letter? Y. Okay, so you have this is Y. What's the next word? Okay. What? To be. What's your last word?
Coach.
All right, let's finish it.
C.
You can use your bubble map, it's on here.
Okay. C. O. A.
Okay, and without looking, let's listen to the end. Coach with Lynn says ch, ch, ch.
C. A.
Yes, it does. Good job.
H.
Okay, now put your punctuation. All right, so now since we all worked on our body of our friendly letter, it's time for the next part, which is the what?
Closing, baby.
The closing, baby. All right, so I'm gonna go around. First, I'm gonna give you a minute. Let's think about how we wanna close our friendly letter. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready to say the whole word.
Got your closing in your head?
Oh!
All right, let's start with Tristan.
Goodbye.
I want to toodles.
Love you.
See you later. Peace out.
Take care.
She let out together.
We have completed the whole letter just about. We have one part left to our friendly letter. Ethan said our name, and what is the part called?
Signature.
Our signature. So let's slap our signatures on our papers. Come on. You guys did amazing. Let's go. You have your signature. You have yours.
And everybody did.
Let's go. Get your signature.
bombed it.
All right.
That's what I said. Well, no, we bombed it, not us.
Let's take a look at your friendly letter. You have your heading and then your greeting. I'm going to read it and we're going to edit it together.
Dear Miss Bernard, one day I will have a job.
Okay, let's look at this. How do we start a sentence?
Can I get a capital O?
Yeah, let's make this a capital letter. All right, so you have one day I will have a job.
I would like to be famous.
Okay, let's take a look at this. I would, we're missing the U, so I'm gonna fix that. I want you to look at this word and tell me.
That's not a capital.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a capital. I'll make that a lowercase t. All right, I would like to be famous.
I can show off my baton skills and dance skills.
Okay, that's a very good sentence. I can show off my baton skills and dance skills. Are we missing something?
Another S.
An S. Let's put the S. I can show off my baton skills and dance skills. Read.
I take cute pictures and I am a great role model.
Another great sentence. Let's take a look at this. What do you notice?
That's capital A.
It's a capital T. Should we have a
T.
capital T?
No.
No, we don't throw capital
Lowercase.
letters. Lowercase, good. I take cute pictures and I am a great role model. Let's look. You have the blend grr. And then this one's tricky because it really sounds like the word eat. Do you not spell eat? Spell it.
E-A-T.
That one's tricky. That's how you spell great. So it sounds like a long A, but this is one of those tricky words we have to learn to spell. I take cute pictures and I am a great role model.
This. I want to be famous.
Okay. This why I want to be famous. Did we miss the word? This.
Why?
This why. This.
Is.
Yes. This is why
I want to be famous.
Good, and we threw another capital letter in there, but what is
Lowercase.
lowercase? Very good. All right, so now we have our closing. See you
Later.
later. Later. Now, this is capitalized. Very good. This is lowercase. What is this?
It doesn't need to be a capital L.
It is a capital L, but it needs to be
Lowercase.
lowercase. So we're gonna fix the spelling. See you later, comma, Lauren Tate. That was awesome. Okay, guys, it's time for you to share your letters with the class. You ready, Noah? Okay, let's read.
Dear Miss Bernara, one day I will have a job. I would like to work in a pet store. I like animals. I am very gentle and loving. I am responsible. Working with animals would be fun. Take care. Noah Thomas Curtis.
All right, Noah, that was amazing. All right, so before we close out our lesson, I want you to show me again the 5 parts to the letter. You're going to use the letter that you wrote today. So I want you to go ahead and label the heading, heading,
What is this one? The green?
you're going to label the heading, reading, body, closing, and your signature.
I don't know what a generative is.
All right, guys, y'all did amazing. Go ahead and give yourself some applause, a big pat on the back.